My boyfriend confessed to cheating on me a year ago, so I broke up with him on the spot, utterly confused and devastated because I had known him to be very loyal and against cheaters, but his mom just came by and told me the real reason why he broke up with me, and I'm completely heartbroken. Posted by you/typically_stupid. I, 23F, was 18 when I started dating my boyfriend, 24M. It was the best 4 years of my life. I truly thought he was my soulmate, the one I'll grow old with, the one who will be with me no matter what. But alas, it wasn't. This happened a year ago, and I've just found out. Every Saturday he would take me out for dinner. This Saturday was no exception. He took me out to my favorite restaurant. We had fun like our normal dates. But no, this was different. His face was kind of rather sad, but happy because we were having a good time. But nearing the end of our dinner, he had tears in his eyes but had a warm smile. I was quite quiet that time. Before he broke down saying he doesn't want to be with me anymore. I was so confused. We had a good time, we were about to move into a home together, there was nothing wrong. I just didn't understand. Until he told me he cheated on me. It broke my heart. This was ironic, because at the start of our relationship, he had very strong feelings against cheating. Of course, I broke up with him on the spot and left. Crying. Something in me did not believe him when he said that, but I chalked it up to wanting to forgive him. I ignored him whenever I bumped into him and just moved on. However, just a few hours ago, his mother, who I met, came by. We had a great bond, so it didn't really bother me that my ex's mom was around. I looked up to her as my mother figure because mine left me and my father. She came by, her eyes filled with tears, and gave me an envelope and just left. I opened the envelope. It was a heartfelt message from my ex. I won't really write everything, but the gist of it was he had pancreatic cancer. And he only broke up with me because he didn't want to see me heartbroken over him. He said that he had only an estimated time of 2 months left. And if I wanted to see him, I could, but if I didn't, he did not blame me. This brought me to tears. I feel a mix of sadness and hurt by why he had lied to me. This is far worse than cheating in my opinion. I want to see him, but I don't want him at the same time. I love him, but what he did to me is unforgivable. I don't know what to do at this point. If I go there, a part of me wants to be with him during his last moments, another part wants to go and scream at him at the top of my lungs about how much hurt he has caused. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. You love him still. Go see him before you miss this chance. You will regret it. Ops response. I'll visit him. Hopefully I can get an answer out of him about that cheating story. Commenter 2. Han, he told you what he did because he knew that that was the only thing that would guarantee that you'd leave him. I understand that you're hurt and upset. But can you imagine what it must have been like for him to find out that he was terminal? The fact that he wanted to save you from all of the pain and hurt you would have gone through trying to stay with him says that he tried to put you first, even though he was dying. My heart breaks for both of you because you're far too young to have to deal with any of this. Go see him and spend these last couple of months with him. If you don't, you're gonna regret it. Sending you both so much love. Commenter 3. Seeing him will be good for you both, but before you go, make sure you're at peace with the past. You already know the answer to why he told you that story, so confronting him about it will only make you both feel bad. He did what he did because he thought it was what was best for you. I get that you don't agree, and that's totally okay. But trying to punish him for doing it is just wasted energy at this point. You're young, and I'm guessing from what you've written here that your life has been blissfully free from the real consequences of death and dying. If so, I am happy for you. But what you need to understand going into this is that staring death in the face can profoundly change the way a person thinks and feels about things. Sometimes, in the midst of that overwhelming stress, people make bad decisions, even when they are made with the best of intentions. The best thing for you both will be to focus on the positive, your friendship, how much you care for each other, and do what you can, to the extent that you wish to, about enjoying the time that he has left. If he apologizes, accept it, and move on. If he wants to talk about what he's facing, listen. This is a scary time for him, and an incredibly stressful time for his family as well. I'm glad that he came clean about this, and that you have a chance to restore your friendship before he passes. I wish blessings on you both. Update 13 hours later. Hi, wow, I really did not expect this much support. For that, I thank you for taking time out of your day to berate me or tell me to go to him. I really appreciate that. I had a blissful 3 hours of sleep last night. English is not my first language, so if I misspell words, I apologize for any inconvenience trying to read. I'm probably going to recheck my English again, if I have time. The number of people pushing me to go meet him was astronomical, and for those who thought this was fake, I really don't know how to change your mind. I truly don't plan on changing your perspective in this. Believe what you want to believe, you're not in my situation, I am. This is a hot mess. I had some thought to it, slept on it, and just decided to see him after my work. I went to go see him. He looked very pale and thin, and one of his symptoms is jaundice, so he was sort of yellow? A pale yellow. Seeing him so weak just shattered my heart even more. We talked about life first. Before I addressed the elephant in the room, I brought up his inconsistencies. The cheating story. Then his mother showing up at my door with his note. So, he apparently wanted to just leave me with a note, but his mother advised him otherwise. His mother does know me well. If I had been left with just a note, I would surely come back to bug him. The note was what he wrote and was planning to give to me via my best friend. He said when he was going to give it, he lost the letter. Since he knew his mom was against it, he blamed her, causing a strain on their relationship. She pushed him to meet me and tell me he had cancer, not that cheating story. So he took me out and didn't want me to leave heartbroken and gave me the cheating story. Like as if I wouldn't be if he cheated. It hurt more because it was like everyone knew except for me. I was kept in the dark for almost 1 year. Not even my best friend said a thing. That hurt the most. And his mother was the one who decided to give me the note. I guess to fix the strain on the relationship? And the one who wrote the "if you want to see me you can, if not, I won't blame you" part. I assume this because she was the one who gave me the note. He was under the impression that I had magically found out through my best friend. I made a promise to just spend his last few weeks with what he wanted to do. As for my best friend and his mother, I feel betrayed more by my best friend. At least his mother didn't keep me in the dark for long. My best friend decided she wouldn't tell me. She was the one who comforted me when I told her about his cheating during that time. She told me he was a jerk and not to go back to him. I was thinking about going back and getting details about his cheating. She told me that real men don't cheat and told me the perks of dating females. She's lesbian. At this point, I don't know how to deal with this supposed best friend. I think the best thing is to cut her off. Here's some background info, for those who asked. I'm too lazy to retype this to the people who asked. His cancer was diagnosed early on. His father died of the same cancer. Doctors suspected that it was genetic and so he got tested, but he made a decision not to get treatment so as not to put his family in a financial position where they could almost go homeless. He was diagnosed at early stage 3. So he could have been saved, but decided against it. He is at the hospital, not the hospice. The nurses there are shifting from cancer treatments to palliative care to make sure he's more comfortable. This has really changed my view on nurses. It's his decision, I cannot change it. When he passes, I would still want to remain in contact with his family as a support for them. I will not be cutting them off. In my opinion, cheating has the same equivalent as lying to your partner about your health. Maybe cheating is slightly worse. For this crazy BTCH, I'm going to cut her off. I just want to bury the hatchet and move on with my life. I feel guilty for not feeling sad for my boyfriend, but that talk was really an eye-opener. It kind of took away all the guilt I had for leaving him at the restaurant that night. I feel more relaxed that he'll spend the rest of his life with me and his family. And no, I do not live in America. I shall not specify my location. Healthcare here is okayish, the cancer treatments are especially expensive. I'll try and answer any questions you have, keep it mostly vague. And to those people who reached out to me personally to ask if I'm in the right mental state, yes I am. Thank you for asking. So, I guess this is the end. Hope you have / had a good day. Thank you for reading.